Greetings, friends. My name is Gwynn Crichton, and I am the Associate Rector for Pastoral Care at St. Paul's Episcopal Church in downtown Richmond. It is almost that time of year again. After the 12 days of Christmas, we celebrate the Feast of the Epiphany, which is one of the most holy days in all of Christendom. And what is the Feast of the Epiphany? Well, it commemorates the account in Matthew's Gospel in chapter 2 when the Magi or kings or wise men, as we sometimes call them, or wise guys, are led by a star to baby Jesus in Bethlehem. So it is, Epiphany means revelation or manifestation, and it is the revelation of the presence of God among us. So you might have picked up at church one of these envelopes about celebrating the Feast of the Epiphany. And one of the traditions that Christians have engaged in for centuries is something called chalking the door. So what is chalking the door? Well, first of all, it includes these symbols, which is the century, 20, a cross, a C, another cross, an M, another cross, a B, a cross, and then the year, 22. So what does the CMB mean? Well, while Matthew doesn't name or even say how many wise men or kings there were, tradition has it that there were three, and that they were named Caspar, Melchior, and Balthazar. Another meaning for the CMB is Christus, and I have to look at this one, Mansionem Benedicat. Christus Mansionem Benedicat, which means, may Christ bless this dwelling. So the overall meaning then is about seeking and the Christ light within our homes and our hearts, and also going out into the world and shining forth Christ light in all of our comings and goings and all of our interactions and encounters and experiences with people. And so this reminds us to do that. And I think it also reminds us of one of the vows in our baptismal covenant, which is to seek and serve Christ in all persons. So we keep this on our door all year for the year 2022 to remind us of this omnipresent, luminous Christ light within and all around us, leading and guiding us. So here's a couple of ways you can do this in your own house. So in your envelope, you might have gotten a piece of chalk, and if you have a brick house, this really works well. Some of us don't, and as you obviously can tell, I'm inside because it got cold and dark. So you can do this inside or outside. Traditionally, it is done outside of your front door. So I got because the chalk isn't working well for me, I got a little washable tempera paint stick. So traditionally, you write this out on the lintel of your door. So 20 plus C plus M plus B plus 22. Obviously, that's not quite centered, but you get the point. And if you do have a glass storm door, you could just write it right on your storm door, and if that you're okay with that. So there's Christus or Caspar, Melchior or Mansonium for house, B, Balthazar or Benedicat, and then the year 2022. And one, if you're doing this with your family, one other thing. If you live in an apartment or you're renting and you really don't think anybody's going to be that excited about you actually writing on the property, you could just make your own sign and hang it at your front door for people to see and to remind you. So there's another way to do it. And one of the prayers that you might think about doing when you chalk your door, either on your own or with your kids or your friends, is this. O God of stars and journeys, we ask your blessing on this threshold. May all whose journeys lead them through these doors be blessed with health, generosity of spirit, a joyful heart, and deep peace. O God of welcome, may all who enter this doorway rejoice to find Christ living among us, and may we seek and serve in everyone we meet that same Jesus who is the incarnate Word, now and forever. Amen. We'll have a blessed Epiphany this Thursday, January 6th, and a beautiful season of the Epiphany, and a beautiful 2022. All right. Blessings and peace be with you all.